All right, hi, welcome back. So no, I've not forgotten this channel. We are now in the other room that I was going to use for entertainment guy videos, and I think this wall looks good. So here I am. Here we are. So we went to 3 Days Grace a week from yesterday. So it's taken that long for us to get around to this. I apologize, but it was a great concert. So she's wearing the 3 Days Grace crop hoodie that I bought her because she would not have bought that for herself.
No.
It was pricey.
It was.
And I ordered the Warning t-shirt that I'm currently wearing after we saw them in concert because the price for the shirts at the concert was a lot. And it was much cheaper on the website. And I figured that way probably more of the money would go to the band. But either way, I thought it was kind of fun. And then I got an autographed poster.
Shannon bought them
of the
while
band
we were
as well.
still at the concert.
Yeah, yeah. I also got us Standstills stuff that
really
hasn't
good,
come in
too.
yet.
They were great.
But they're not shipping their stuff until
they get home.
they're done their concert. So the first band that we saw was called the Standstills. They're a good band.
They were.
They're a fun band. Well, it's a duo. Although they had a third member of the band there with them to do the bass work. And they were fun. Now they drove for days to get there.
Took 5 days for them
And they
to
got
take
there.
a
They got
3-day
there
trip.
40 minutes before they were supposed to go on. So
They came during the really, really cold snap, and we had Highway 1 had been closed down.
And they had to go through the prairies where there were blizzards and things of that nature going on. So they're a Canadian band. I thought they were very good. I really appreciated them getting there in time and coming out. They did their own sound check. And
They did, and I was a little bit confused by that because we didn't know who they were, and the sound check they were doing was a lot more involved than
they were
normally
playing
are.
Silverchair.
Well, yes.
So when a band is
actually
playing actual music, you're like, I don't know if this is a regular sound check, guys. And it wasn't.
Confused.
It was the Standstills together and their husband and wife duo. I didn't know if you knew that or not.
I didn't.
They're husband and wife.
But they were very fun.
So very White Stripes-ish.
And they also remind me of Pac AD.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Like that style of music.
So I ordered
awesome,
ordered us a couple of t-shirts and I ordered us their CD as well because we're old, so we still get CDs.
I love CDs.
I didn't get any of the Warning CDs, but I figured that it'd be easy to probably find them on Amazon around here anyways. Yeah. But yeah, the Standstills were good. The Warning was excellent. Absolutely.
I knew who they were.
They were fantastic. I hadn't really heard much from them. I know there was a song of theirs I'd heard on Sirius FM, Sirius XFM radio. But I was quite impressed with the band. They were really, really good.
What's the kitty doing?
She's getting into the jerseys. And that's why we have them locked away in my room.
I know. Come here, sweetie.
Maple's decided she's going to start climbing.
I have a couple jerseys that have the tags hanging down.
Well, see, you've got the cat carrier there, and she's trying to jump up on top of that, which puts her into the jerseys. So
my jerseys are in this room.
Yeah. There's a couple that are not in great shape. And I'll see now Azrael wants to see what's going on. All right. Nope.
Oh, cord.
Nope.
Is that still good?
Now let's go. At least Azrael listens.
Shadow's coming in now.
Yep.
Okay. Go elsewhere, please.
All right. Anyways, that being said,
Goodness.
now that that's all taken care of, but yeah, the Warning were excellent. It's three sisters from Mexico who are very much influenced by some of the music that I've listened to. There's one part where she's got the glam metal guitar that they bring out for a couple of songs, and the style she's playing is absolutely the same as Steve Clark when he was with Def Leppard before his passing, which I thought was absolutely excellent. I was very, very impressed. And yeah, they were quite good. They had the hair flipped down. This is a joke that Yvonne and I have that goes back to our first date. With the hair flips during the 6 a.m. set.
They didn't have to pull mini skirts down though.
Nope.
So they were good.
Nope, they were fantastic.
Dress.
They were fantastic. So I got a T-shirt for myself. I got a T-shirt for her as well. I got the autographed poster off their site too. It's all in pesos. So when the number came up, I was like 2,600, and oh, it's pesos. All right, because I just see a dollar sign of 2,600. Like that's a little much for a couple T-shirts and a CD. Thank you very much. But yeah, The Warning is excellent. Good interaction with the crowd. I really enjoyed them a lot. I would definitely see them live again. And then it was the main event. It was 3 Days Grace, and I know that's one of your favorites.
They're one of my very
they're
favorites.
very good. They're very entertaining. The lead singer had a couple of drinks.
He'd
had a couple.
He was still good
so
though. It wasn't
he
like,
was good. It wasn't Marilyn
I was
Manson
just
level.
about to say, it
Was
wasn't
not-
like Marilyn Manson.
Nope.
He knew all of the songs.
Yeah.
He was a little.
But-
there was one he did repeat one of the.
He
verses.
realized it too when he started. You saw him roll
Yes.
his eyes and like.
Yes, he did. He made
So-
like a gesture. It was kind of funny.
I Hate Everything
But-
About You has more than one verse, but the way that he sang it in the concert, there's just the one verse. So that's not a thing.
But he didn't mess up any of the other songs.
No.
He didn't behave in a way that you were just like, oh, okay. He was just
he
a little
wasn't-
extra goofy and expressive, but it worked fine.
He wasn't hammered.
And I think they really see Vancouver as their local area.
Yeah.
So,
they
it
were
is a
they were
bit
quite
different.
comfortable. They were. It was
There's
a
a lot
good show.
more talking and interacting with the crowd than they normally do.
Yeah, it was a good show. And then when they did Just Like You, they brought two young women up there who one proposed to the other.
Yeah.
Which was nice. And I mean, the blonde girl who was proposed to, she was crying up there, and
Yes.
they were hugging and everything. And yet it was kind of weird at the same time. I was like, I don't know that that's what's intended when they bring up people from the crowd. I don't know if that's the intention. Well, I mean, yeah, but anyways, it was a different experience with that for sure. Here, one sec. All right, I think we're good now. All right, so Maple was trying to climb again, but so it was a good show. The proposal was. It happened. It was sweet. It was a nice moment, a very Vancouver moment, and how it was delivered and how it was received and everything. Everybody seemed to be quite happy.
Yes.
But it was a great show. We did have the one lady in front of us. She danced her way into the aisle, and the security guy comes down.
Super full body. It was funny.
Yeah, she was having a time.
They had to bring the backup security to get her back in her seat. It was so funny.
And then she just took off up to the
brought her
front.
to the front. I don't know. I think they had 4 seats.
She went up to the
I really think
front.
they had 4 seats because there was a guy that came back and sat with her for a little bit, and then he went back up front, and she just did her own thing, and then she eventually went up front.
So it was funny because you could see that the security guy that came down to deal with her was not comfortable.
No.
Like he was kind of like,
well, because she's flailing around.
Because she's and he's kind of like, can you just
go?
And then like she takes like half a step, and it's like she's not gonna stay.
And so they had the big security guard came over.
Yeah, but it was funny because she wasn't hurting anybody or anything, and she wasn't crazy. Just it was
full
kind of
body flail dancing.
Yeah, I was not doing that.
She had some moves.
I wasn't doing that. And I mean, it obstructed my view at one point. I was trying to get a really good picture, and she got in my way, so I started leaning this way and then she started moving that way, and I'm like, seriously, I just want a picture. I'm not trying to take videos, just trying to take a picture. And I'm like, okay, sir, where can you stop? Just for a second. But yeah, so that was a highlight. That's one of those things that happens at concerts. But it was a really good show. It was really well put together. I know that they've been touring across Canada. I really honestly, if 3 Days Grace are in your town, I recommend it. There's a lot of good songs, a lot worth singing along to. She knew all of them.
Well, yeah.
She knew all of them. She's more of the 3 Days Grace fan out of the two of us.
3 Days Grace. They're awesome.
For me, my peak interest in them would have been mid 2000s.
But their last 2 albums are both great.
When Animal I've Become came out, that's about as high as it got for me. And then since then, I like them. I do enjoy their albums, but I still feel like their best stuff was the first couple of albums.
You're wrong though.
So like Just Like You is such a fantastic song. Home is such an amazing song. Pain is a fan. Like all of them, basically if they have a single word, I really like them because I'm simple that way. But yeah, it was a very good show. He ran up and down the aisle a couple of times.
Oh yeah, he came right.
He ran right by us. I even said to her, I said, look, if you call us Matt during a romantic moment over the next couple of days, I'll totally understand. So, because her eyes just lit up every time he came down the aisle. I was like, yeah, no, I get it. I get it. He's a good-looking dude. I get it. I get it. And then the debate we were having, so, I mean, people online can tell us, is Adam was the original lead singer, and now they have Matt, and which one is the preferred lead singer? And I think, you know, you had that video on of their concert where Adam's the lead singer.
Yeah.
I think I prefer Matt.
Right?
I think I prefer Matt. And their voices are similar enough that
which is
really
crazy.
You can't tell. It reminds me of AC/DC, how their singer changed, but a lot of people didn't really notice. I mean, it's obvious if you listen to Bon Scott and Brian Johnson, they're different voices. But because the rest of the band is the same, AC/DC's music still sounds the same no matter who the singer was for those songs. And with 3 Days Grace, it's the same. It really, the music doesn't sound different.
Yeah.
You can tell it's a different singer if you really pay attention, but in general, the music is still the same. It's still 3 Days Grace.
Yeah.
There are cases where a band will change members and the sound changes. Def Leppard was one that I didn't like the change. I mean, Steve Clark passed away, so there's nothing they could do with it, but I was not as much of a fan of them after Steve Clark had passed. There was something that he brought to the guitar that it's not the same now. But yeah, like I said, I could highly recommend this and say that it's a concert experience I'm glad I had. I did miss 11 games that night, so I was up till 2 o'clock in the morning.
Really, really late. Yeah.
To get the hockey stuff done, but yeah, well, I was dead tired the next day because I still got up at 6 in the morning that morning. I honestly, I really enjoyed the concert, and I think it was worth it. So that's the last concert I have tickets for. She has tickets for other concerts, but that's it for me.
No,
for
not
now.
concerts. I only have tickets for one concert.
Aren't you going to Jesus Christ Superstar?
Well, that's not a concert.
Sure it is.
It's not a concert.
It
I'm
is.
taking the kids to Jesus
Are you
Christ
gonna watch
Superstar
people sing
on Saturday?
It's a concert.
I can't wait. The kids are really excited about that one too.
What the? Tell me what's happening.
That's not how the words are. Shannon. Oh my gosh.
I used to think it was WTF, tell me what's happening. And I was like, wow, they swear in this movie. That's so weird. That's baffling. So, I still think that's what they're saying, because it drives her nuts. So, and I mean, it makes sense, because what the, tell me what's happening. What the, like, just seriously, what the, that whole movie is just a lot of what is happening. Why, what is going on.
It's great.
It's different. So she's taking the kids.
Kids are so excited.
She's taking the kids to that. So that'll be fun for her. You could review that with the kids. Bring them in here and
there you go.
Interview. Talk to them in front of the Funko wall. All the Funkos. I haven't really gone through which ones are where.
I haven't organized them at all. I just threw them on the wall.
I'm probably gonna have to change it because I know there's some in the bottom row that don't show up that I'd like to use.
Yep. Just put
right
them up
behind me. Like here, you've got me and Numb right next to Pinhead. Well, Pinhead's gonna kill the poor guy. I just
threw them on the wall. I really did not look at all,
Lilu,
other than the sizes.
Luke and Yoda's right next to who I assume is Milton. Just that
bunny snack. This was a bunny snack. Can you see the bunny snack?
Poor Milton. Nobody respects
That's why
Milton
things
Wadhams.
don't belong on the floor in our house.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Bunny snack.
But anyways, there you go. So, outside of considering getting a cat tree for this room, and I think what we just had with Maple shows why I need a cat tree in this room. It might be easier. And have it over here so she can't jump onto those.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so there you go. Let me know what you guys think if you've been to a 3 Days Grace concert and all that fun stuff. And if you're considering it, I recommend it. I know they're going over to Europe next summer, too. So, those will be some fun shows. And, yeah, so thank you guys so much for all your support. I apologize for the lack of uploads on this channel, but again, I think the acoustics in here are better than they were on the other set. And, yeah, we had earmarked this as being where I would do the entertainment guy videos once we moved in, and it just took us a while.
It took me a while.
It just took us a while.
Took me forever.
You know, the help isn't necessarily as well. You know what I'm saying.
What are you saying, Shannon?
I'm just saying that in general.
In general, what?
Things could happen faster sometimes.
Uh-huh.
And so it's important to acknowledge that things can sometimes be done a little faster than they're necessarily done.
Should I acknowledge some things too?
No. I'm just saying.
Lucky you're cute.
Why? I'm not talking about you. Why would you think I'm talking? It's weird. She thinks I'm talking about her.
So bizarre.
But anyways, thank you guys so much for all your support as always, and I will talk to you again soon.